What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. It's episode number 30, Sunday night CM, and a massive episode today. We've got the FA Cup last 16 home to QPR, and if we get through it, we should also have the quarter-final as well. We start with this Premier League right now, 3 teams separated on goal difference in the race for top 4 place, and the first team we face today are in third, our big rivals Man City away to Etihad. Massive game to kick off a massive episode. Come on, Red Devils. Yeah, big congratulations to Crystal Palace winning the FA Cup yesterday. A historic day for Eagles fans, and I'm so pleased for Oliver Glasner as well. And for those that may not remember, at the start of the season, Palace had a terrible start where... Oh, come on, Sanchez! They were in the relegation zone. Few games into the season, they were in the bottom 3 and in the relegation zone and had a terrible start to the season. And I shared an article on BBC Sport to my Instagram story. And if you follow me on social media, you'll know I only use Instagram nowadays, by the way. So if you want to follow me anywhere, it's got to be Instagram. But Oliver Glasner said after their terrible starts to the season when they were in the bottom 3, now is not the time for kicking players, it's for hugging them. And I thought it was a great approach to a terrible, disappointing start where they were facing a lot of adversity with injuries and training camp issues as well. Players not being able to be part of the full training camp and so on and so forth at the start of the season. He was very supportive to the team's poor start to the season instead of berating them. And that softly approach, we often talk about it, sometimes that's the way to go. There are times where to motivate someone, they need to kick up the backside, so to speak. There are other times where they need an arm around the shoulder. Emotional intelligence. Oliver Glasner has that in abundance and it's clearly paid off. Something I'm a firm believer of, really, is Delit did brilliantly well there off balance on this slippy, wet turf. You need to know what the right approach is based on the situation and the person you're dealing with, you know. And in your heart, you will know your own way of dealing with setbacks and rejection and failure. Sometimes you do need to be very honest and frank with yourself and say you've let yourself down, as Trafford makes a good save there. Sometimes you need to say, listen man, I'm facing a lot of difficulty right now, a lot of adversity, there's not a lot of things I can do about this. Maybe I should be a little kinder to myself. As Erling Haaland gets the level at 36 minutes in. Well, Alan Shearer wasn't very kind of Erling Haaland yesterday, saying he couldn't believe they let Marmoush take the penalty. Personally, I thought it was a little bit strict criticism there on Haaland. But his record in finals, as we know, isn't that great. His record in this Manchester derby is played 40 minutes, got 1 goal. Back on level terms. Yeah, I've never quite understood why a player should get criticised if they let someone else take a penalty. Like, if that person is asked to take it, and you've given them the opportunity, as Haaland is denied his second by Trafford, I don't see why they should be blamed for that, personally. That's a good show of, like, faith in your teammate. Surely, you know, taking the ball off them and saying, no, it's mine, shows that you've got no confidence in your fellow man, doesn't it? Is that just me? I don't know. Daniel to Susak. Already 2 game winners in 2 games. Oh! Susak! What a start! 3 goals in 3 games. That's the pick of the bunch. When we signed him, you saw he took the number 7 initially, that iconic Manchester United number 7. And a couple of players have worn it and not quite lived up to the hype of that. But many of which, of course, have written their name in folklore. Too early to tell whether this will be the case for Susak, but, well, he's already writing his name into this season's folklore. 3 in 3 in all competitions, 5th in the league, obviously 3 with us, 2 with the Foxes. I said this kid's the real deal! Oh, great save, Restes, and oh, he almost went in! And cleared away. No. Oh, that is so annoying, man. That is so annoying. You might notice that. So EA have done this thing now where, like, when you're passing the ball around, the longer your passing sequence goes on, there might be a time where you pass the ball to one of your players and they just stand there. They won't go towards the ball. I think it's their way of showing that you can't, like, kind of time waste that way anymore. But it's so unrealistic and annoying, man. Like, surely the owner should be on. Oh, great block and cleared in the nick of time. Surely the onus is on the AI, the opposition, to win it back, not just give them the ball back. Because the thing is, it's not even time wasting. Like, it's not that, like, the ball's gone dead and you're waiting to restart play. The ball's in play. The ball's in play. The clock's ticking. That's not time wasting at all. Oh, what a ball! Daniel denied! Larson on the rebound, shot blocked and cleared. How on earth have I not won this game? It's been a brilliant game, to be fair. Both teams have had great chances, so I say how have we not won it? Really, a draw is probably the right result. It's just frustrating how it's come about. If Man City go and win it, no, ref will call for full time. What a thriller of a game at the Etihad. But unfortunately, we don't leave with all 3 points. Let 2 leads drop in the same game, and you can't do that against this kind of team. Massive missed opportunity there, as we should have had all 3. Right, big game midweek as well, now taking on Spurs, heading into this one. Well, no doubt about it, man. We talked about it before. The big issue for us is a lack of consistency. If we want to be a top 4 team, we need to win game after game after game. Big slip up there, so got to get straight back on the win wagon. Spurs in midweek next. Talked about this dilemma before, but like, what's more important, a trophy or a Champions League place? And I think it depends on the team, really. And the team's ambitions. Oh, Hannibal, what a ball. Sousak, what a turn. Yes, and Sancho just about flicks it past Vicario. Listen, we need to be back in the Champions League. I'm just going to say it, man. As much as I want to win that first major honour to say, we have to be back in next season's Champions League, man. To keep the star players we still got. Attract better players as well. More global football superstars, but also as well, get back amongst the biggest clubs in Europe as well. Champions League is that important. Murillo will have that. Now, Hickey's pass is poor. Haven't really gone with Aaron Hickey, to be honest, this season. Not really played him as much. And there's the leveller. Yeah, not a massive fan. I brought him in and I said, he's the one signing I've made that doesn't really kind of fit my vision. You know, he's not got that physicality. He's just a good technical and mentally sound player. But it's the physicality that I'm kind of trying to build my team on right now. And of course, that there was poor from me with the pass, but I just got to be... Oh, what on earth? Oh, it's gone in! Oh, what a lucky escape. Hannibal going for the cutback. I thought as soon as we were right, messing it up. Van der Ven says, don't worry. Why are the Spurs bench celebrating? I have owned a copy of every single FC and FIFA since '99. So I'd like to think I'm quite well versed in my opinion making. And I have to tell you, I think this is probably the most... Oh, great ball. Oh, Sanchez in behind Van der Ven. He slits and hits the deck and then meets the covering defender for the dagger, surely. I think this is probably the buggiest version of the entire franchise I've ever played. Come on. But Sanchez said, bugs or not, it doesn't matter. We are going to return to winning ways here. Big goal, big win. Red Devils back on track in their quest for the top 4. Yep, it's what you got to do when you've just had a setback. I mean, a draw at the Etihad Stadium in our first season of a rebuild doesn't feel like a setback, but based on our top 4 ambitions, it has to be seen as that way. But that's how you follow on a big victory in a big game with a big 3 points there against Postecoglou's side. Right, let's jump straight out of this one and into the next one, and this has got to be one of the biggest games of the season so far. FA Cup, last 16, QPR, the Championship side, coming to Old Trafford. You'd think it would be a banker, but with the pressure on this, it's our only winnable competition of the season. We simply put can't afford a cup set here. QPR at Old Trafford in the last 16 with a chance to reach the last 8 of the cup. With each passing game, the pressure increases. And with each passing round, the more we start to wonder, can we get that first major honour of the save? And in my managerial career, with a Sanchez, oh, come on, keeps this form up, recapturing the form he showed at the start of the season, will definitely be one of the favourites. What a debut year for Sanchez. To be fair, I say it's dependent on whether Sanchez stays fit or not. It's also dependent on whether we keep on getting these kind draws or not. Always first to admit it when I've had a bit of luck. And in these cup draws, every round so far, we've had an EFL side. Very fortunate indeed. We know at some point that's not going to be the case, but as Sousak finds a pocket space, takes his time and smashes in another to make it 2. That will be progress to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And for Sousak, what a start for the Thai boy. 4 goals already, 2 in the cup as well. 7 unbeaten in all competitions. Manchester United on a roll right now, and as things stand, not only keeping their top 4 dreams alive, but their quest for major honours as well. Into the last 8 of the FA Cup, let's see who we got in the quarters. It's not going to be another EFL side again, is it? Surely not. Surely not. I mean, Burnley just beating Oxford United, and Plymouth just got knocked out by Wolves. But yeah, unless Bromley can pull off a mad one there away against West Ham, I think our cup draws are probably going to end here, and we will have a Premier League side. So it's going to be... Yep, it is the team that just knocked out Bromley. West Ham away at the London Stadium. I'd say we're favourites, but not by a long shot. That would be a very difficult game. Should we end on that one today? Let's do it, yeah? Let's end on that one today. The big trip to the capital with a chance to make Wembley. So before we get there, 2 more big games in the Premier League, starting with this one taking on Southampton right now, just above the bottom 3 by a couple of points. But for us, also big things at stake right now in 5th place and behind Arsenal on goal difference with 11 games to play. Brentford are just not dropping off, man. They're still going to shout at the title. So if we are going to do it, I think we'll probably have to take out the Gunners in order to sneak into 4th. Big game here at Old Trafford, going for our 8th game in a row without defeat. So the second half is just getting underway. Nothing to report in the first half. As we know, oftentimes these are the most difficult games to win. The ones you expect to be quite comfortable victories, the bankers, if you will. Unfortunately today, the bank is closed in Manchester as we're still tied at 0-0. Haven't found an opening yet. And as things stand, we're going to drop 2 big points here against a relegation threatened side at home. Simply put, shouldn't happen. And that's Sanchez onside there. Timed the ball perfectly, but couldn't get away. These are the games, man. They're often the most difficult to win. Great hold up from Sancho there. And with Destiny taking Sugawara out of his position. Sanchez in the middle. And that is exactly what I signed him for. Come on! Breakthrough with 25 minutes to go. It's not just the goals, but in this system, with those 2 inside forwards, no attacking midfielders, but 2 deeper CMs to play through the CMs when they finally start charging forward and making a late run into the box from deep, or those inside forwards when cutting in from the flanks. Sanchez, I'm turning into the complete forward up top. And Manchester United lead, but can we hold on to this? We'll need to if we are to stay in the hunt for a top 4 place. I don't really know why I like doing this so much, but it's amongst my favourite thing to do when I sign a new player or inherit a player with a team. Make them into something different than they once were. You know, change their position. Well kept in Udogie. And turn him into a different kind of player. I don't know why I love doing it, man. It's just so fun for me to do that. You know, we're turning Sanchez into a striker. We're turning Elliot Anderson into a right back. And as Destiny goes down this left-hand side, goes to the corner. 5 minutes to go. I'm just going to game management here and see out these 3 points. It's going to be a big one, a big win claimed. And as Larson almost grabbed his brace and it's the post, we are almost there. And we'll keep our top 4 dreams alive. No. Last chance. Sapsoba does just about enough. And Trafford will slice the clearance, but it's okay. Ugarte does enough to say that'll do for full time, says the referee. Big win. So often these are the most difficult games to win. So if you have to grind out a scrappy 1-0, do so. We have done so. Big 3 points there. And we stay in the hunt for a Champions League place with 10 games to go. Right, next up, let's jump out of this one and into the next one. Bournemouth away on the south coast. And again, the only way we keep our top 4 dreams alive is remaining consistent. 8 games in a row without a loss. Now let's go for our 9th straight in all competitions. Cherries away to Vitality next. By the way, speaking of changing players' positions, sometimes I get asked in the comments, you know, Doxy boy, why aren't you using development plans? Like, why aren't you putting your players on development plans and keeping them all on balance? Well, I mentioned this before. I used to do that, and I didn't mind doing that. But the problem is now, whenever you use a development plan for one of your players and put them on a growth plan, their weak foot and skill move will always increase by 1 over time. And eventually, your players are all going to be 5-star skill move and 5-star weak foot. And that, to me, just kind of takes away from the fun. Like, back in the day, when you couldn't change skills and weak foots, if you had a 5-star, it was a unicorn, you know. It was amazing when that happened, if it happened for you. Whereas now, as Angel Gomez on his comeback game almost scores one from range, now literally any player can be turned into a unicorn. So it takes away the magic from it, really. So I like the fact you can improve skill moves on weak foot now. But I've mentioned before, but to me, I know it's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but to me, I think you should only be able to increase them by a maximum of 2 or possibly 3 if the player is young enough. So otherwise, it's just far too easy. As Sanchez is also denied, and it remains at 0-0. Fast start, but still goalless. And still tied at 0-0 as Alex Scott is going to take this corner. Target of mine, but I have signed him before, so I'm going to try not to sign him this season if I can. I should say in this save, even as Southampton does brilliantly well there. And I am absolutely loving this Thai boy, man. I am telling you. From the streets of Bangkok. And now putting out some banging performances for the Red Devils. Oh, just couldn't get away, but still wins it back. Gomez to Sancho. Chance remains alive. And once again, it's a stop by Will Dennis. How is it still 0-0? That's a good little breather for this game as well. His stamina, like, it's not even like hilariously bad. But I swear, he is always tired. Even after a full week's worth of rest, he's still not back to full fitness. It's so annoying when you've got a player like that. He's really good, but the reason you can't always start him is because he's just not got the energy. Just doesn't recover in time as Southampton clips one. And it's headed away. Gomez will pick it up. Oh, this has got to be the goal. Surely this time. Yeah, ain't going to miss that one. Come on! Sancho under pressure. Just about squeezes it home. Red Devils in front right after the restart. Massive goal. I like the lit. Don't get me wrong. Oh, wow. Pavlidis bobbing and weaving through like he delivered that class assist against Sporting Lisbon. But this time to get the goal himself and make it 1-1 instantly surrendering the lead. You can't do that, man. Simply put, you cannot do that at any level, let alone this level. But as Sanchez is through, no brilliant tackle, still 1-1. What's that saying? You're at your most vulnerable when you've just taken a lead. Definitely rung true there. So disappointed if we don't win this game. We've been on top for practically all of it. Sancho, who's been our best player out there, holds it up, finds destiny. He's got the rapid pace and the physicality. Oh, Larson. Ain't going to miss. Come on! Back in front. Hugo again. 2-2. Red Devils restore the lead. I should have won this game by more goals, really. But the most important thing is we do win. Winning run continues. It is 4 in a row in all competitions. It's 9 unbeaten games in a row in all competitions. And the Red Devils, with 9 to play, are still in the hunt for a Champions League place. Right, international break, and what comes directly afterwards? This, one of the biggest games of the season since joining Manchester United. A chance to reach Wembley for the second time in a row in my managerial career and in my first season with Manchester United. West Ham away at the London Stadium in the FA Cup quarter-final as we try and keep our trophy dreams alive for the first time in the save. West Ham away from home in the capital. This is a good West Ham team as well, man. They've kept hold of a couple of their star players, but also added to it as well. You see Gravenberch from Liverpool is there, Trossard from Arsenal. And whilst I'd say we're slight favourites, it's not by a long shot. This is a really good side. Here's a player that I'm a big fan of as well, Soucek. Trying to get away from his man, and does. Down this right. Feeding into the ex-Red Devil, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What a story this will be! Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It had to be him. Gives Potter's side the opener. Never mind how many goals has he scored for West Ham. How many goals has he scored in his career, period? It's not a lot. I'd wager it's in single digits. Yes! So no surprise he gets one here, but it's cancelled out by Sanchez. His goal tally's not in single digits for the season. He's got another. We've made 11 signings in total this season. And whilst it's early doors, we know Southampton looks really good. Elliot Anderson has been consistently brilliant at right back as well. I really like Hannibal as well as a squad player. There's no doubt about it who's been the most impactful. And that is our top scorer who's found our leveller this afternoon. Sancho, wonderful bit of skill. And turn. And, oh, shot blocked by Mario Healer as he almost scored a brilliant solo goal to put us in front for the first time. Well, every team that wants to do something great is going to face adversity on occasion. We have here trailing. But the question is, can you respond to it? We've responded brilliantly. All it's missing is that goal to get in front. Guido Rodriguez through the gap finds Nicholas Fulkrug. And that's a brilliant ball. And Thomas is through. And West Ham are back in front. Irons restored the lead. Big fan in real life. Not his fan right now. What a goal. It's the only winnable competition we had. And it's about to go in the capital. And you know West Ham fans are going to love it. Oh, they know Doxy Boy with his Millwall connections. They're going to love knowing that I'm getting knocked out here. As my quest for a major honour will go on. But Sanchez done brilliantly. And there's Larson again. What a game. 2-2. We're going extra time. So extra time's going to begin. I'm going to bring on Susak and Hannibal as well. The kid has been absolutely balling since arriving. Hannibal's got that tremendous energy, as we know, that could make the difference here in these final 30 minutes. And is it going to go to pens? Because if it does, I mean, you know who's going to win it. So I might as well go all out here. Oh, is he on? Yeah. Hannibal! Yes! Come on! And the sub comes off the bench to put us in front for the first time. Can we hold on now and make Wembley? What a game, man. Seriously, what a game. I swear, every time I face West Ham, that's going to go wide. It's always a brilliant, brilliant contest. This one, no exception. And after trailing twice in... Oh, Sancho with a nutmeg on Wan-Bissaka. Jadon! Jadon! Sancho, what a goal! Come on! Every time I face West Ham, it's a brilliant game. And what a fight back from Manchester United. 2-1 down in the dying moments. Level it to 2-2 and score twice in extra time. You know, we have had some absolutely brilliant games since we joined Manchester United. Even that 2-2 at the start of the episode, the Etihad was fantastic. That big 4-3 win against Southampton, surely one of the best of the bunch. And this added to the collection as well. Twice we trailed in normal time. Twice we battled back, forced extra time, and then won it in those final 30 minutes to book a place at Wembley for the first time in the season and my second time in a row with two different clubs. Last year it was heartbreaking, the semis with Leicester. We're heading back there with the Red Devils. Let's see who we've got, and we'll end on that. So Burnley were the only EFL side that were remaining and have just been knocked out by Wolves. So whoever it's going to be, it will be a Premier League side again. Chelsea have knocked out Newcastle, and the other tie is Forest versus Liverpool. So here we go, one quick advance and we'll find out together. This is how we'll end it. Semi-final at Wembley pits us against Liverpool in the Final Four. Probably the toughest team we face, and there it is. But I'll do it today's episode of the Realistic Criminal, guys. Big thank you, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. You'll have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode. We'll play more of the 9 games remaining in the Premier League. I'd probably say 4 or 5 of them, as we try and keep ourselves in the Champions League places in the final run-in. And of course, we'll have the FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool at Wembley, who are probably the favourites as well. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for next episode very soon. What a thriller.